It was St. Patrick's Day, and Chrissy was 36 weeks. We decided that we wanted to go to Dairy Queen and just get a quick late night snack, which I was all for during the pregnancy.
Well, I had a blizzard. I think somebody made a comment of that blizzard must have been like a crazy, wild blizzard.
When we started getting ready for bed, I got in bed first, and Chrissy had a contraction. After she had her second contraction, I decided I probably should take a shower just in case we have to go to the hospital. And that's when life kind of got really crazy. And within 42 minutes, I was on the phone with the dispatch talking to her as Chrissy couldn't get in the car and was going into labor. 10:42, Crosby was born in our bedroom, delivered by me. And paramedics showed up just as I was getting ready to tie up the umbilical cord.
From the time that he called them to the time that Crosby was born was like 51 seconds. So I think in the moment there was no really time to think. It was just like fight or flight, like this is happening. So
Chris did an awesome job with no medication or anything, delivering her first baby. Paramedics were here. I kind of stepped out of the way.
They loaded me up in the ambulance and we were heading down 20th Street. They told me after the fact that we were going 60 miles per hour, lights on. And Landry was born on 20th Street and 35th Avenue, which is about halfway between our house and the hospital.
When I arrived at the hospital, we had 2 healthy babies and our story that we'll probably never forget.
They came to this world like ready to go, you know. They had already been through a huge journey that they didn't even know about, and they just came to this world ready to go.
The whole process of us having kids wasn't a simple A to B type of thing.
So I'm a carrier for muscular dystrophy, so that's why we reached out to CCRM. How it works with the muscular dystrophy that I am a carrier of, it's a 50-50 chance. So if we were to get pregnant naturally, we would have a 50-50 chance of having a child with it. So the females are the ones that carry the gene, and the males are the ones that are affected by it. The fact that science has come so far and that they could help us, I just felt like I didn't really want to take that risk. I wanted to just kind of start out and have a healthy family to begin with. Reached out to CCRM just kind of in the dark. We didn't really know what we were gonna have to do, if that was something that they could do. A lot of places that we called, they didn't even touch the genetic part of it. So when we called CCRM, they were on top of things and knew right away that they could help us. So for something that we waited so long, we thought it was gonna be so difficult, and can this even happen? Is this even a possibility? And when we contacted CCRM, they were great about not making us feel like this is a huge ordeal, and they've obviously done this before and had success stories.
The genetic program that they offer at CCRM, it couldn't have been more perfect for our type of situation. And when they started explaining it to us, we were like, this is kind of what we had envisioned hoping to find. And knowing that it actually existed and that these doctors were more than prepared for our type of situation was really reassuring to both of us. And I was ecstatic because we knew now that we had a path towards parenthood.
So when they did all the embryo testing, they were actually able to take an embryo that was 5 days old and take a couple cells off of the embryo and test that embryo to see if it was, A, what sex it was, and then B, if it was going to be affected or a carrier of the disease. They had 9 healthy embryos that they created for us, and out of those 9, we had 5 healthy babies. So I think all said and done, we started with them in November, and we were implanted the end of July, so roughly about 9 months that it took for the whole process to go through. And they were great and took care of us and got things going, and like I said, a year later we have these 2 miracle babies that I look at every day, and I just can't even, every day I'm just love them more. And
oh jeez, are you gonna fall asleep? Are you gonna fall asleep?
I can't even begin to thank CCRM enough for what they've done for us. This has always been a huge dream for Eric and I, to have a healthy family. So when I look at my little babies every day, it's amazing from where they started to where they are now.
When I look into the twins' eyes, I'm just overjoyed with how healthy they are, seeing their personalities really come out in the last couple of months, and just being able to watch them grow and literally grow from the size of an embryo to now these babies that are kicking and screaming and wanting to eat and rolling over and doing all these crazy things. It's amazing.
They'll ask for a glass of milk.
Without a doubt, I would tell anyone that I knew or that was having trouble with infertility or genetic testing that CCRM is the place to go. They are amazing, so I just can't thank them enough.